Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sea of Thieves weekly stream. I'm super excited about playing this week because we're going to do some gold hoarder stuff. We decided off stream that that's what we're going to do, so we've already voted on our emissary table to get that started. Hello to everybody in the chat. I can see you all starting there. Ahoy, as everyone likes to say at the start here. And who do we have on the stream this week from the dev team?
Joni, executive producer.
And who is our wonderful guest today? It'll come. It'll come.
Captain Jack Sparrow, mate. DarthCaul, mate.
Amazing. Where can people find you if they want to go watch your stream?
If people want to find my stream, you can just go to Twitch and you search the name DarthCaul. It's spelled like Darth Maul from Star Wars, but with a C instead of an M. C-A-U-L, DarthCaul.
Nice. So get over there. I know you are dressed for the occasion, as one may say.
Oh, mate.
So
Always.
yeah, get over there and give him some love, give him some follows, and go and watch the stream over there if you want to see it from the captain's perspective, shall we say. But I think we're just going to do some gold hoarder stuff, right?
Alright. And thank you again for having me, mate. It's a real pleasure. I really appreciate getting to come aboard. It's really fun. Thank you very much.
Most welcome. It's a pleasure having you on board.
The pleasure's mine, mate.
Nice. So yeah, let's get started and get moving. I think we've already scoured the island for everything that we have here.
Cool. I've put a quest down, by the way, if we
Okay.
wanted to vote on it.
Copy that, mate.
That would give us a direction. There you go.
Alright.
So yes, just to kind of run through again, like last week we had a kind of hybrid version of the codes in that we were doing both the on-screen codes and codes in the chat via the chatbot. But this week it is fully chatbot. So we will be giving away the codes to random people in the chat. So just make sure that you are active 15 minutes before we do it, which is on the hour, an hour from now, and then half an hour after that, and then 15 minutes after that. But you can be reminded by Sea of Thieves. Will be typing into the chats to let you know exactly when the codes will be coming, and I'll try and keep an eye on the clock to let you know when your 15-minute window is to make sure that you're chatting in there. There's a ship to our...
Appreciate all those follows, guys. Thank you so much, mate. Thanks.
Where's the ship?
Welcome aboard, eh?
to the left, but it's a skeleton ship.
Okay.
That was a ship.
So we're going to cannon go, I think.
Nice.
Quick solo, actually, so that's a lot. Solo.
Yeah, so that's for the Obsidian 6-pack set, and you can just be active in the chat across Twitch or YouTube. Oh. The game is trending in India, says Jassim K. Oh, nice. Okay. I need to sort out my...
Appreciate those follows, guys. Thanks, mate. You're very kind. Cheers.
So we've got how many? 3 X's on the Crooks Hollow map. Are we heading in the right direction? I think we're roughly
basically, yeah, straight ahead, yeah.
Ah, nice. So we picked gold hoarders this week because it was nice and relaxing.
That's the theory.
Nice and chill, eh?
Yeah. Chill time. So can you, Captain, let us know how you got started here? Like, how did you get started in streaming and doing what you do?
Well, it's actually interesting. I originally started because I went to a few conventions as Darth Maul, and I'm like, well, that would be fun to stream as Battlefront 2. And then my stream basically got excited about creating different characters, and the one that they asked for first was Captain Jack Sparrow. So I was like, well, all right, let's make it happen. And so we fundraised it, and then I knew that this was the game that was the most piratey that I could stream, and I didn't know anything about Sea of Thieves, genuinely knew nothing. And I just jumped right into it, and as it turns out, your game is amazing. Super fun. And it was an incredibly pleasant surprise, and the whole community is super amazing. That's It's really quite random how it happens. So it's funny you ask. Because if my chat didn't say I want to see Jack Sparrow, I would not have ever even known this game was a thing. It's amazing, and now I play it all the time.
Nice,
Amazing.
love it. And how long have you been playing it for? When did that start?
I think that we got Jack in about February, so
Oh,
I
wow,
would
so-
say I've been playing for like 4 or 5 months, so I'm still kind of new. Eh? Don't judge me if I make horrific mistakes.
So what
So
are your...
I'm going to blame the rum.
More than welcome in the crew.
Yeah. You
Can you do
can
me a good one? I mean,
blunder
Look,
around like the
we're
rest
just
of
about
us.
to hit the island, by the
Yeah,
way, just to
yeah.
set off in the right.
It's a lovely, gentle nudge.
Yeah.
It's seductive, if anything. If a ship was to caress an island,
thanks for
that
all
would
those
be
fun.
it.
I appreciate it, mate. Welcome to the Caribbean. Eh?
How does the emissary level affect the rewards and alliances?
You're
It
asking
does.
me.
It does. But I started reading that sentence before I got to the end of it, which is always a dangerous thing to do, and then realised I couldn't tell you the exact numbers from it. So I'm sure chat can help you out because there'll be people in there who know exactly how it works.
Gonna grab this rowboat, eh?
Oh, good shout. Be resources in it as well, is there?
Exactly, it's a harpoon robot as well. There.
Ooh, nice. Okay, where do we need... Oh,
How's it going, Mini Slayer, mate?
they are here, aren't they? The things
Who's
should be
it?
right here. The
Yeah, yeah, I know. I just seem to be completely unable. Oh, hello.
Oh,
Why can't
got a
I
blunderbuss. Oh, wow.
find anything?
Why are they all suddenly popping up here? Well, I'm going to go to get a pistol.
I'll put on.
How do you enter? Sorry if it's already been said. You're late. Yes, it is. You just need to be active in the chat for
Get
15
out the
minutes
way,
before we
you
do it.
fool.
The code. We'll let you know when that is.
There you go.
What one do I choose? What one do I choose? Banana. Kaboom.
That was a bit close.
Whee! Nice.
Right.
Push. 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 Can anyone tell me what it's from?
What?
The quote, the film, the movie quote. Push. Push.
No.
Come on, chat. You can do it.
Why have I lost the ability to do X marks the spot map? I just can't.
Oh, people loving the banana flintlock. Yes. Oh,
Have you found one? Okay.
got one.
That's a relief of some kind.
Come back here.
Oh, there we go. Ooh.
Probably missing all the answers to my question.
I'm gonna check for a storage crate, eh?
Sorry. Nice. Yeah.
See if we've got one on the island. I'm gonna scout.
Come on, chat. Where's the answer to my quote? Yay! Gotta go fast, Sonic. Got it right. Jurassic Park, indeed.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Is
when
that
it-
with Hammond when he's saying push it?
Yeah, when he's got like the little.
Oh, the big red button. Do you see a large red button? Push
It
it.
was no, it was the when he's got the little
What's
raptor
up?
coming out of the egg,
push.
and he's like
Oh,
push
gotcha, the baby.
push.
Gotcha.
Where's our
The
boat
baby
going?
velociraptor. Nice.
I
or boat. Oh god.
think it was the explosions pushing it away.
I love the moving hands on the front of the ship.
I was just thinking about that right now. Take a look.
Creep.
It might be one of the best ones, eh?
Yeah, I think we're getting more and more eccentric with them.
I didn't know the fingers moved. This is very unsettling. I like it.
And it's like proper twitchy. I love how twitchy they are when they do it. Oh, hello there.
Spooky.
Hello there, wee man. Eat my banana, flintlock. Push. Oh, we haven't got them all, have we?
Have we not?
There's that one that's miles up here. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, it's on the path.
Off on the grass. How's it going? Mota says it's going good. How is everyone here? How's everyone in the chat? How are you, Captain? How are you feeling?
I'm fantastic, mate. I feel amazing. I've been up for hours. It's a nice, fantastic morning in Hollywood. How are you, mate?
It's a slightly overcast but warm day in Birmingham, so I'm not complaining because then I don't get burnt. I'm a little sensitive to the sun.
I've built up an immunity.
First time, dig.
Built an immunity.
Right.
Being around the ship all the time, I can imagine it's.
Cool. Well, I've got the chest on me back at the ship.
I can't accept that until you say it via the non-radio.
Appreciate that, Polo, mate.
The non-verbal, sorry.
I'm afraid I'm still digging it up, so...
Well, there's a flame heart skull over there. I wonder if there'll be other ships there.
Does that matter?
I've got the Marauders. Yeah, it's better. See?
Appreciate that, sub, mate. Thank you.
I love that I can tap this now.
Appreciate that, piece of JB. Thanks, mate.
Everything is okay.
Oh, squash.
Kaboom. There's not, oh, I've no bullets left. I've no bullets. How many codes are there? There are 3 codes that are going to be given away in each of the chats 3 times. So essentially there's 9 chances to win
How's it going, Nova Scotia? Oh, mate.
per streaming platform. The obsidian set is insane looking, says Elijah Ray. Insane in a good way? I don't think I have the obsidian pistol, do I? I do. I'm full obsidianed up. We see. Oh, I want to put this on the new emote because I really like it. The jellyfish one.
Which emote, mate?
The one that's like a jellyfish. I can find it. Where is it? Oh, did you hear that?
What?
Screeching outside.
In the real world?
In the real world IRL.
No. It's just in your mind.
Squid dance, there we go. I'm going to change
Oh, the Squid Dance, mate. That's my favourite one.
Yeah, I'm going to change the romantic dance out for that.
Squid Dance is where it's at, eh?
That is so good.
Where are you with your squid dance?
Down here.
It's just like a squid.
Yeah.
It's all the rage, mate.
Yeah. Right, where are we going? Where's the next?
Southwest.
Oh, shark bait. Okay.
Sharp Cove.
To the cove!
I'm only going to communicate via the non-verbal channel. I'm loving Billy Hart in the chat, like, to getting really irate about telling us that he wants an ice map and a new sea monster. But I don't know who he's talking to though. Is he talking to us because he's saying tell the devs? And it's like, who are you telling other people to tell us, or do we have to tell the devs? I guess we can do that.
More likely to happen if we tell the devs.
Great, Grey Zedski. I'm glad Joe has returned to his white trousers. Correct. I'm much happier in my white trouser look. Whilst showing off my muscular torso.
You're
you're
filling it out at the back there with that crab dance.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and I am indeed. And but most importantly, safety first. I've got my my fireman's helmet on.
In case you, like, I mean, you're literally on fire on the inside, so.
Exactly.
Your shoulders and that are amazing.
Just.
You look
Are we
like
standing? Oh,
right, we're still in the right direction, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. You know when you see, it tends to be older ladies that wear those shoulder pad jackets. That's what it looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah. Why is that? Why is that a fashion choice at that stage of?
Like to bulk out your shoulders a wee bit.
But why?
I don't know. Amix Gecko says, Sea of Thieves, where can I buy Sea of Thieves? Maybe on the Microsoft Store?
Those 5 subs, mate.
Jeez. Buy it. Yeah, on the Microsoft Store, or you can buy it on Steam if you're on PC, or on the Xbox Store, or in game, or GameStop. Or
Billy,
by the way, ladies,
Billy,
if my cat
posting
starts to shed, let me know, okay?
If you what?
If my cat starts shedding hair everywhere and you want me to put him away, just say so. He's got a triple coat, so just let me know if he gets in your way.
As long as you sweep it up after, like that's all we are.
I've got a Roomba, mate. I've got a vacuum cleaner.
A Roomba.
Yeah. You need all sorts of things with a cat with that much fur, don't you?
What's the ship equivalent of a Roomba?
The Bill's rat, perhaps?
What's Billy doing? What are you saying there, Joe?
It's just, it keeps going on about it. Like, we've read it, Billy Hart. Like,
He's an emotional man, Billy Hart.
Yeah, I know you want an ice map and a new sea monster. That's great. Thank you.
Yes, Kingsford said, stop it, Billy.
Thank you, people.
Hello?
Kexi says, how many codes? So just to be clear as well, Kexi, the codes are given away on Twitch and YouTube, and I can see that you're currently on Twitter. So get over to Twitch or YouTube if you're looking for those codes. And there will be 18 altogether. Mason says, Joe is angry. I didn't know whether that was a typo or whether you were trying to be cute about it. Like, Katana says, we stand for no ice.
The man knows what he wants, Aaron. Yeah, you're right. Not afraid in letting us all know.
So, where are you based, Captain? IRL?
I'm in Hollywood, mate.
You're actually in Hollywood? Oh, amazing.
It's literally a beautiful morning in Hollywood.
Oh, nice. So you got up nice and early for us, or you been up all night?
I set like 15 to 20 alarms. I was so worried. Alarms were going off for like an hour straight.
And where is everyone in the chat? I want to see where you're all at. And where the love is coming from. I'm assuming love is the intent. I want to change my Oh, sorry, I'm triggering people with not healing up. I want to change my pet over to the gold ones. What do we got? Gold cat? Gold cat.
Appreciate that, fellow. Thanks, mate.
I think I just kicked your Mr. Pearl off.
Mr. Poe, he'll be alright. He sleeps anywhere. He'll be fine.
Or my demon
So-
cat.
There was a
That's
good
pretty
question
cool.
that just flew past there, by the way, which was from Wily Coyote, I think, taking time out from chasing Roadrunner. But like, what positives have come from the team working from home? I know there's been some issues, but I'm curious to know what positives and or good discoveries have come from it.
Ooh.
Ooh, well, go on, John. You can give your perspective on that, and then I can chip in. But good has come from it, apart from not having to get dressed. At least from the bottom down for today.
Exactly. Yeah.
True, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just refuse to stand up. But the
Don't answer the door, John.
yeah. From like a practical point for me, I think I actually like one. It's kind of good to be able to work a little longer because I don't have the commute back and forth for myself. I know that's not for everyone, which is nice. But I think there's a genuine sense of like I'm actually probably spending more time chatting to like certain groups just because we are hanging out after as well. So the social aspect is kind of brought us together a bit more, and spending a bit more time talking to people in the team, which has been really nice. I think a lot of it has to do with like social rather than any kind of impact on the game for me, because I just see my own part of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really nice for everybody, seeing everyone come together and help and chat and talk and hang out afterwards, like where we probably wouldn't have spent as much time doing that before, which is nice.
Yeah, and so I guess I get to see a bit of a wider perspective across the whole studio and team, and I think my mind's gone blank, but that's annoying. But I think in terms of positives, then we work with quite a few remote teams as well, teams that aren't at Rare. So we have a few co-dev partners that we work with that we've talked about kind of before, that are sort of scattered around the UK and in other parts of the world as well. And so actually, by everybody being in the same situation, it's kind of balanced out a little bit. So basically everybody gets access to the same information, everybody kind of feels all part of the same team, and everyone's kind of considered and thought about in the same way. Whereas if you're all in one place together, it can be easy to maybe not always loop people into conversations and things. So it's definitely kind of made everybody kind of feel on an equal playing field. And I've probably had more conversations with people on maybe parts of the team that normally I wouldn't, because I don't naturally go and talk to them or chat to them, and so I've definitely connected with different parts of the team more. And I think just for different people with different work and home situations, people with families. I know people getting to see their kids more, spend more time with their kids, has been a positive. Maybe not all of the homeschooling that they've had to do has always been positive from the reports I've heard. But I think there's a lot, right? I definitely think cutting out that commute time and being able to spend that time however you want in a better way has helped. But I think we'll come out of this with a much I think we're kind of trying to take positives, which is that home working can be a thing, and we can be much better at it, and we can kind of skill up in this during this time. Really, is kind of how we're approaching it. Really.
Yeah, I think like some of the benefits, I guess, have been learning to work a bit more efficiently from my side, like because you have like less of the complications of being in the studio with multiple people, so you kind of learn to do things a bit more efficiently and get it done at home. Maybe efficiently is a bad word, but a bad way to describe it. But do more with less, I guess. Do more with less, I think, is probably the scenario. But like even this weekly stream, it's like the fact that we're able to spin it up and do it and have different perspectives and stuff, we kind of learned all that as we went, which has been nice. And I am sorry, I did ask everyone to shout out, and I have been seeing everyone saying like they're like Japan, United Arab Emirates, Canada, Manchester. There's lots of people shouting where they're from, and it's nice seeing you all. I think that's one thing for us. Obviously, we announced, was it yesterday, about the 15 million players.
Yes, we did. Yeah,
Congratulations, mate. That's a lot of players.
Yeah, and and to actually reach over like 1 million players on Steam in just over a month as well has been incredible. Actually, we've seen, and a lot of people from around the world, like kind of John indicates, actually that.
Yeah.
It's been incredible. So
a few Hopkins from China. Yep, we've been seeing like a lot of growth in different areas that just weren't accessible for the game before, which is awesome to see so many new people from new regions come in and make our community even more diverse, which is awesome.
Yeah, and I like Simon's awesome stat, because Simon, who works on the team, is great at coming up with just great stats, and the one of that more people have played the Sea of Thieves in 2020 already than they did in the whole of 2019, and they played more in 2019 than the whole of 2018. Just shows our trajectory and our growth as a game and as a community, which is amazing. It's kind of really fascinating to see our numbers just kind of going up all the time, really. To be able to share that we had I think 3.3 million people play in June alone, it's just super cool. Like our biggest month ever. So yeah, very exciting.
Katie Hunt on Facebook says the guy in Hollywood sounds a little like Jack Sparrow.
Oh my!
Katie, I think you should go check out the captain's stream.
Oh, shake his head, mate.
For the people that have just joined us, where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitch at DarthCaul. It's DarthCaul.
Nice.
DarthCaul.
Get over there and give some love, folks.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you, lads.
And yeah, it is worth noting that this, for some of the people who I see that are in the chat there, this is going to be our last stream on Mixer. So from here on out, we will still be streaming to all the other channels. So you will be on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch on there. And it's exactly half an hour till the code giveaways. So just as a heads up. We've got loads of Marauders chests here. Where are the captains? I don't want captains chests.
I'm really struggling to read this map upside down. Here is it?
I'm going to sail. Is anyone heading towards the ship here? No?
I'm going
to take the ship around so that it's near the south of the island, so you don't have to run all the way across.
Cool.
Italy, says Samuel. Oh, it's gone so fast. Samuel Tropi.
Thanks for the comments, mate.
Sorry if I ruined your name there, Samuel.
Is anyone playing in Antarctica? No. That's the key thing. Cool.
Yeah. So we've got I've seen Italy and stuff. I want to see some exotic places. Who's living in an exotic place?
You're saying Italy isn't exotic, John?
It's close to us, so I feel like
yeah.
It's a beautiful country.
I'll let you have that. Italy's amazing.
Yeah. Just want to. How many people play in Switzerland?
I played cricket in Italy, and in a little place called Lodi near Milan. And I probably pronounced Lodi wrong, but and it was great. There was like a local pub that everyone went to on the Friday and Saturday night, and then you'd just get kind of merry with all of the locals, and then the next day you'd see them working in the ice cream shop or the cafe, and you'd be like, I reckon it's you. And it was just such a cool place. I loved it. Such a friendly kind of community and stuff. So yeah, very cool.
So exotic is objective, says Gracie. That is true. Exotic is objective, subjective. But the Tennessee, Warrington, I'm talking Peruvian mountains. I want to know if there's someone in a small house at the top of the mountains.
Thanks for all the follows, mate.
Australia. That's far away, but I'm in Disney World, says Michael Goff.
Bruce Jameson says, "Is that what's the best way to keep up with events?" I assume he means in-game events. Like, is there an email to sign up to and stuff? I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, I mean, but we have the live events page on the site, so you
Yeah.
can keep up to date by jumping on there. And then if anyone can type that in the chat, that would be awesome. Or if Jordan or anyone's in the chat, if you could type that in there for the live events page. But yeah, that's the kind of most up-to-date page, and it will tell you all the details of what's coming and when it's disappearing and whatnot, usually ahead of time. But there are emails that go out as well when updates happen or when major kind of live events happen, and I would sign up to our stuff on the Sea of Thieves website. On your profile page, you can go in and click saying that you want emails sent to you.
Yeah, and we're definitely looking at how we can, surface those events better in game, because it was quicker and easier for us to get stuff on the website and kind of get things hooked up and start testing things out. But we know discoverability and understanding what's going on outside of the in-game messaging is a challenge. So yeah, so we have work. We've been discussing it. I was in a meeting today on that very matter. So yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeff. I know Jeff just posted the event hub there for us, and Freeline, hey Freeline, is in chat. And that is indeed the lovely Jordan Freeland that is on here doing some moderation with some help this week, which is awesome. Thank you for the folks helping us out there. Josh.
Stormy Sea Dog asked, "Did we find the person playing Sea of Thieves in Antarctica?" I don't think we have.
I don't think we have yet, no.
Very sad.
There were some claims made in the chat a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know if those claims were true.
Michigan is terribly exotic. We're shaped like a hand after all, says Cat Likes Tacos. I've never really looked at Michigan on a map and seen that's...
There is a lot of riddles just appeared.
What would we call Michigan in Sea of Thieves if there was an island shaped like a hand? What would it be called via the naming conventions that we've established? Chicken. It would just be Hand Island, wouldn't it?
Large palms.
Yeah. That's nice. That's pretty. I like that. First time I ever went to America was to Michigan, to Ann Arbor, when I was.
Were you saying there like a harbor? But just in an English accent.
No, Ann Arbor is a place in Michigan.
Ann Arbor.
The University
of
Ann
Have you guys ever been out to California before?
Yes. I love California. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
LA is awesome.
Yeah, heartbroken we didn't get to go this year.
Yeah.
Because of the travel.
Usually I do love staying in West Hollywood when we're there for E3, which is always my...
And as a gamer and a streamer, I just want to say I really appreciate how often you guys update the game and there's always new content. It's really quite amazing. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So on that subject, I think we've just messaged out, perfectly timed, that our update for tomorrow is delayed, sadly. But yeah, tomorrow's maintenance has been delayed. So there's just a kind of technical issue in terms of getting that build out to you, which has kind of surfaced today, and we're not entirely sure as to when that's going to be resolved. So we've messaged it's delayed, and we'll share more as soon as we know. But yeah, apologies for that. That's frustrating. We've got a really cool build coming out that we're really excited about, but it just can't quite make its way out to you for tomorrow's window. So, we'll learn a lot more tonight and overnight, and be able to share more with you soon, I think. So, yeah, I can see the chat. The update's delayed. Sorry, everyone. But the sentiment was appreciated about regular updates. Yeah. It's so yeah, because I guess you've joined in February, right? So you will have seen a number of updates going to come out. What was your favourite during that time?
I was blown away by how many there were, quite frankly.
Yeah. No, it's been a real kind of passion thing for us to give on a monthly basis, like things for people to do, new stuff to kind of engage with, and doing it during the working from home kind of period as well has been a challenge across the team. So
I can imagine.
Yeah, but really proud with how the team's managed to kind of accomplish that.
do 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 do. Here we go. Is this one with the cave? The riddle with the cave? Cause see if it is. Winds me up.
What?
There's a riddle on here that involves a cave.
Why does it wind you up?
Is this Plunder Valley?
Yeah, it's Plunder Valley, yeah.
Because it requires you to stand in a very, very specific spot.
You should know by
to
now
shine
then,
the
shouldn't
lantern or play your music, and it's hey Sea of Thieves, any idea how much longer it'll be until the winner of the Tales contest is decided? I am not sure, but
he is.
let me pass that on verbally now, and then I'm sure we'll
It's not long because I know that people have been reviewing and judging that stuff.
and judging it. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's not far away, but
yeah, I actually watched a really cool one earlier. So I know
for the folks that did pass, I know a few folks passed theirs on via me via Instagram, and I did pass those on. So thank you very much for getting in touch and.
Alright, calm down. He's dead, he's dead!
Oh, explosive barrel, okay.
No, sorry mate.
Okay, so what is the... The north coast. Where are we? It's over here. Oh.
What are you shooting at? Okay.
That's by myself. Where's the blood red hand?
Would it be
Where?
possible to like potentially add rings in the game in the future, by any chance? Just
You mean jewelry?
Oh, like jewelry on your fingers, anyway. Just an idea.
I not sure, but we can certainly ask the team.
Yeah. I can understand that would be cool because you see your hands quite a lot, right? So,
Yeah.
It would be pretty sweet, right? Little bling bling for the party, thing.
Stop telling me to push.
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 Manosaurus trait. Bingo.
Blood red hand on the north coast. Have you got it?
I think I'm on the north coast now. Oh. I'm on the beach. Beach. Oh, there's a bat. There's two people playing the trumpet. There's a book. Banana. That's a triangle. Say what you see. Say what you see. Right, folks, you're gonna have to help me here. Where is the hand?
John.
What I can't. I'm on the north coast. I think I am anyway, and I can't see the hand. Well, maybe it's up here.
Yeah.
It's not quite coastal.
Oh no! Don't make it. Yeah. Okay.
What is
I'm
it?
gonna go
Is it?
stock up on supplies, lads.
The scaly guy. You're gonna get what? Stocked up
Some
on
supplies in the old storage
supplies.
crate.
Oh, I got it. Hand.
Have you? Talk to the hand. Oh.
And we're going 7 paces southeast.
Just off the cliff.
Thanks, Jade. Jade Gorth. Are the servers down at the minute? No, they are not. Oh, I don't think so anyway, because we're on them. But
True deductive experiences there, but just yeah.
did I do that wrong there? I bet you did it wrong.
So
Southeast. That was southeast, right?
MK says, "How is England?"
Southwest.
How is England?
How is England?
Yeah. Gone.
All right. Bit grey.
Acceptable.
Yeah.
Tolerable.
I had my parents down with me from Scotland. I was up in Scotland over the weekend, and they've travelled down with me just to be here for a couple of days. And they're currently sat in the bedroom. They've been confined to the bedroom as they wait for me to do it. So it's been nice to show them around. We went to Oxford yesterday, which was nice.
Oh. Watch out, you might want to move.
The game is smooth as butter on the PC, says Zachary. Smooth like butter.
No, it is smooth as butter for sure, mate.
Yeah. I actually bought my PC so that I could get good at first-person shooters using a mouse and keyboard during this during the lockdown, and I'm just playing on the controller. So yeah, that went well, didn't it? I just can't bring myself to just start, even though I know I'll get.
It's really
decent.
hard.
I think it's because I played Warzone so much on the controller. I know I'll be and I've got adequate at it. Going back to rubbish again would be
Really with thorns.
quite honestly.
Yeah.
But I will try.
Shelby, what are we ignoring you about?
I'm not sure.
Boatswain Bones Ahoy joined. Hello, Boatswain. Hello. Oh, we're getting this emissary grade up. Okay.
There's some aggressive skeletons, aren't they?
Oh, so Shelby's wants powder keg themed gear. Pretty please, that would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. Imagine,
especially if you could like use the hide emote and look like an explosive barrel.
imagine the figurehead on the front of the ship having the fuse lit, just going the full time. That'd be very cool.
That would be good.
Pretty cool, man.
Sold. Add to basket.
So, you, Captain, what has been your favourite update so far? Of the ones from February.
I think the latest one with the ghost ships, the ghost ships.
Nice.
It's very entertaining to do. Try and solo it on a sloop, you know. It's very fun.
I can imagine.
A lot of repairing, eh?
I mean, we basically spent last week repairing. That was the entire stream, repairing and bailing.
Though I have to say, I'm very much looking forward to a skull flamethrower, and my first mate is going to be devastated because I like to use the flamethrower as opposed to sell it. We're not going to be making much profit off of those, unfortunately.
I know it's the same as the mega kegs, isn't it?
Exactly. That's what I try to tell Mr. Gibbs. I'll say mega kegs are where it's at. Why sell it when you can detonate it and enjoy the fireworks, right?
Exactly. That is exactly true.
Precisely. See, Mr. Gibbs, that's what I've been telling you this whole time.
I think it was about 3 months until, like, even maybe longer, but before I even got accommodation for turning in a mega keg. But I'd like completed like 10 forts or something. It was like something like that.
Same, mate.
So yes.
And so, as well, shouting out, it's 1:45 right now, so 15 minutes until we do the code giveaways within the chat. So this is your opportunity to say something lovely in the chat, and we will. And that kind of auto-registers you for the bot for the giveaway. So please be active in the chat in the next 15 minutes, and you are good to go for the codes.
Where are we heading to next? Discovery Ridge, is it? To the southwest.
Charismatic. I don't know. It's loads of numbers. Says, I love you guys. We love you too.
Love you so much. I'm not going to learn your name.
It went too fast and it had loads of numbers in it. Oh, everyone. Oh, it's because I asked you to say something nice. I get it now. I'm like, why is everyone saying, like, I love you? Something lovely. People are just being sarcastic.
So, yeah. Southwest. Then
you don't actually have to say something lovely, but it's nice to see the positivity in the chat. Pancakes are good.
What?
Pancakes are good. That was their lovely
Pancakes
thing
are
to say.
fantastic. Ah,
Pancakes are lovely.
some crepes, perhaps. Eh?
But you're only allowed to have them once a year, apparently.
Mhm.
Right. According to tradition.
Or crumpets, where the butter gets lost in the little holes.
Oh, we're talking about food again, and it's making me hungry.
Yeah, someone was asking and it just went too fast there, but I saw, what did we all have for breakfast?
I didn't have breakfast. I've not really been having breakfast since working at
Oh,
home.
it's one of the most important meals of the day.
Mm. Maybe that explains why I'm really hungry now.
What about you, Captain? What'd you have for breakfast?
You know, I didn't have anything. I was too excited about the stream, so I just got up and I hydrated. I hydrated like an animal, and then I
Hydrated.
just started streaming. So
I
I
joke like an animal, like drinking out of a lake, or
just like, drinking very, very large gulps of water. I want to be hydrated for the oceans,
Not like
Literally.
not like lapping it out of a puddle outside.
Right, I
or-
didn't lick it out of a dog bowl. Not quite literally, eh?
Sniper86 says, love DarthCaul, love the game, and love what you guys are doing in the community and the updates. Keep up the good work. Stay healthy, devs. Yay. Lots of love for DarthCaul. Remember, you can check him out over on twitch.com/DarthCaul. That's like Darth Maul,
Appreciate
but
it.
with a
Thank
C.
you very much, guys.
Get over there and give some of that Sea of Thieves community love.
There's quite a lot of this. It's an abundance. eh?
It's an abundance. Good evening, everyone, says Thraxton. Good evening to you. Good morning, good evening. What is it? What is it they say on
good morning, good evening, and good night, or something. I don't know.
If I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Is that it?
The Truman Show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
At the watcher made of stone on the highest cliff. So you might want to go up to the highest cliff.
So you may have fired a little
Thank
short.
you, Mad Mox.
Okay. Oh, I can't see. That's light. I turned the light up as high as it would go because I hadn't shaved. And I figured if I make it really bright, then you can't actually see any facial features or anything. So you can't tell that I'm a grubby mess. On the highest cliff.
Yeah. That's,
Thanks for those cheese, mate.
yeah. At the watcher made of stone.
What you mean?
Are you guys Star Wars fans, by any chance?
Yeah. Well, it depends how you define fan. Like I watch them, and I
have
like
a
them.
Yeah.
film you like the most out of them?
Oh, probably Empire Strikes Back.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Although I do like Return of the Jedi.
That's very satisfying because it culminates 3 films and character arcs. So in some ways, even if it's not the best, you still get all that gratification of 3 movies, which sort of makes it the best in its own way, right?
Right. Exactly.
Uh,
Whoa.
Seahorse on the East Beach.
I guess, a what? Seahorse on the East Beach.
Yes.
And I'll say something that's probably a little controversial in that I actually really liked Rogue One.
well, I thought it was pretty cool. No,
Yeah.
I don't think that's a very controversial one. I think that's the most well received, I would say.
Yeah, it was.
I like-
It was just like I don't know. I really like his aesthetic of films.
Also, the ending, the last minute of the movie was A+++. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ah! Ah!
What is that?
There's explosive barrels. That actually gave me a fright.
I think you also broke my ears.
Sorry, I interrupted
Hmm.
the conversation as well. Yeah, but I'm a fan of the Star Wars. I didn't like the last one there.
Right.
Have I told my story of going to see what was the first one again?
Oh,
The Force
New Hope?
Awakens.
Force Awakens.
Oh, the Force Awakens, huh?
And then you have
Yeah,
the
yeah,
new
that one. Yeah, the new one. Yeah. So hold on. Let me just finish this. I'm at the Seahorse. So hold on. 5 north by northeast. So yeah, give me a sec.
Sure.
So yeah, so there are going to be spoilers, by the way, in this tale, but for that film. So if you've not seen The Force Awakens, then you don't know what happens then, and don't listen. But yeah, so I went to see it, I think, on a Thursday prior to Christmas, because it came out around Christmas, didn't it?
Yeah.
Back in the day. And I went on my own on a Thursday afternoon and settled down in a nice cinema where you can get you can get food and drinks delivered to your little sort of sofa. And so I sat down, put my feet up, ordered a nice glass of Chardonnay, and then I fell asleep during the film. And I woke up at the bit where the kind of planet splits in two, when they're having that fight, when Rey and what's his name? Yes. And so anyway, I woke up at that, and so I missed about 40 minutes or something. And so I went back late, I think the next week, to watch it again, and I fell asleep at nearly the same point again, and then woke up at the same bit again. And so it was only about 6 or 7 months after that I read an article and found out what happened to what's his name, Harrison Ford's character, but I've forgotten. Yeah. Without spoiling it too much, but I literally didn't know that had happened, and because
that is hilarious. You had no idea yet. You saw
I fell asleep at the bar bit, and when they were in that bar, and just before a battle kind of happens, and then woke up afterwards. Yeah, both times. So yeah, that's what you get if you go in the middle of the afternoon, have a glass of Chardonnay, and you're tired, and it's a really comfy sofa, and you're on your own.
Have we got the chest on? Oh, there you have. Yeah. I'm surprised that we've got through this like unchallenged with that flag up.
Aye.
It's the fear.
There's been no filthy pirates yet, eh? Let me do sweep of the area, eh?
Are you up in the crow's nest?
Aye. Just to take a peek and see if we've got any interested parties, eh?
I was watching today because I found a folder on our kind of like my laptop here of the stuff we did for the prototype, the trailers we made for the trailers we made for the prototype, which eventually ended up being very similar to the very first gameplay trailer we did, but we kind of broke it down where it was picture in picture and people were playing the game, but from Microsoft, as like a first play session that we had with people in Microsoft. And it was just really interesting to see some of the stuff that is key to the game today just being in there, and the people playing that years ago, which was awesome. Some of the stuff that's just made its way in recently as well to the game.
Yeah.
That was in there years ago in the prototype.
Indeed. So
I wish we could release it one day.
you have to take the sails out that have my face on it, though. Mine and Andy's face. The Jandy sails. So, question from Christoph Zalewski, I think, if I got that right, asking, are there any restrictions that are preventing you from adding more shanties? The only restrictions are the time it takes to make them. I think so. I believe this is correct anyway. Now that we've got shanty streaming in, which is what's enabled us to add the ones that we have now, the wider selection. I think the only restriction is it's time consuming for our music team to go through and turn a track, either create a new one or turn a recognized one into the music in game with the different instruments and everything. So yeah, just time now, I think.
Here we go. Time to sink a skelly ship, eh, lads?
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed, Captain.
By the way, there was a question from someone else as well, from Gnome K17, asking if we're ever going to add the Polish language to the game. It's basically we're looking at kind of where people are playing at the moment, and we are definitely not definitely haven't ruled out adding more languages to the game totally. And we're kind of looking at Steam as well and seeing where we're seeing new people kind of turn up and where we've seen growth around the world. So yeah, but wouldn't rule it out. I think I've got a meeting this week actually to start figuring some of that stuff out too. So.
It's sunk. There we go. There we go.
Ready? Yeah. Should we go back?
Yeah. I'll spin us around if we want to lift the sails.
Yeah, on it.
Oh.
Well, that ship didn't do very well, did it?
Oh no!
All right, round 2, gentlemen.
Shall we drop the sails and get out of it? Okay.
So the skeleton ship was just right in front of us here at the very edge of the... The way the tentacles come out of the water is so epic. Don't spin us, don't spin us.
Get off me!
Don't worry, guys. I've killed these things a million times. Even if they kill you, you can come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No!
I'll be on repair duty. I'm fine with the menial tasks.
Okay, I think the stuff should be around here somewhere.
Appreciate those fun.
Oh yeah, there it is on the right hand side. Aim for the eyes, says Timothy. Okay, I'll spin the boat. Nice grappling, Captain.
Thank you, mate. I've got some experience using the old harpoon, eh?
Indeed.
Thank you so much for that donation, mate.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were done with that. Just realised there was still a gem left there. There's some barrels straight ahead as well, yeah. See if we can grapple that. Come here. You laughing at?
Someone just said, like, Karen's here to speak to the managers. That's what. That was pretty good. Fair play, whoever made that joke.
Some good cannonballs in there, right?
So, there's a question which has now scrolled away from me, and I'm very sad. My touch screen.
The chat is going so fast today.
Yeah, I think it's because it's about miles away. But basically asking around custom services. Sorry, I've lost your name. I know I've seen you ask it a few times, but just about like will there be controls for people who want to create content to create, like, to spawn stuff in and to have kind of more control to create, you know, whether it's stories or kind of quests or things for each other, things for your communities and stuff. It's like, to begin with, no, there won't be any of that kind of control in terms of just this alpha version that we're going to be putting out. It's just about kind of shortcutting to give you a server for you to be creative in. But then as we move forward, we're going to be looking to take feedback and kind of guidance as to, you know, how do we enrich this and how do we create it so it is a really meaningful tool set so more people can get involved, whether that's people creating stuff or people playing with things that other people create. We love that opening up the tools of the sandbox as much as possible. So to begin with, it will be pretty straight-laced in terms of kind of control and content, but then as we move forward, like, we definitely want to open more up and try and enable as much creativity as possible. Like, we think there's so many talented people out there that could do awesome stuff with the world we've created. So yes, we are very passionate about that.
Yeah, and just like the main game itself, it's like a journey we're going on to try and like take people's feedback and refine things and make changes, and it'll be a long journey like we did with I mean, for folks who were around way back when we had the technical alpha of the game of Sea of Thieves in general, and we started off and it went out there to folks, and it was just ship battling essentially, and then before we even added skeletons or things in there, and it'll be the same sort of process. We're definitely launching this as an alpha, continuing to build from there.
So this is from Diamond Gaming 1745. Oh hi, sorry I'm late. My shed burned down and I just came back from the beach. Today's a wild day, and also Sea of Thieves is my favourite game. You're the best. Sorry to hear about your shed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what's interesting is my sister was somewhere at the coast yesterday, the day before, and I think someone's shed at the beach caught fire. So I don't know if that's the same person. But
Oh really?
yeah. Like my sister sent me some photos of it. Kind of, it caught fire, like. And
So not like a
I
garden shed, a beach shed.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Like, so I don't know if that's the same thing here, but or if it's just in relation to a news story. But yeah, she sent me some photos of it, and it looked quite scary because it sort of caught light and some of the surrounding shrubbery and stuff. So
Shrubbery.
so there you go, shrubbery.
Shrubbery.
Yeah, but yeah, like I think the custom server stuff's going to be super interesting, and like you said, it's early, and it's about us starting to kind of just test it and learn it before it becomes something that that everybody would be able to use. It's early days, but I love that we've already seen really creative stuff already in terms of what people do, like the race of legends, there's like Skullball, there's loads of kind of things that we've seen, and I know we'll see Machinima. We've seen that. What was the Pirates of the Caribbean trailer that people did? They put together the kind of shot-for-shot remake of the Pirates of the Caribbean trailer, and that was incredible. That must have taken such a lot of work, knowing what it's like to capture in-game shots, right, for trailers.
Exactly, we are like,
yeah.
and we have those tools, to help us with a lot of that stuff. So it was really interesting to see the creative ways that people have been using, just getting on the crow's nest and doing crane shots and whatnot, or climbing up the ladders and looking to the right to get a shot that's moving upwards as the ship's moving. It's really cool to see it happen.
Yeah.
Do you ever think mermaids might be a part of combat by any chance?
Who can say?
Is that crazy to think about?
Like, who could say? There's lots of ways the world could evolve. But yeah, who could say? I'll tell you who could say. Mike Chapman could say, but he's not here.
Yeah.
Thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you, man.
Yeah. I think it's just getting started, I guess, isn't it? Like we're on the kind of stories and things we want to tell within the world, and the things we want to add. Like the game's not going anywhere.
We have some huge plans for the next year as well. Huge plans. But what was I going to say? I've forgotten now. What would be the thing you would most like added apart from aggressive mermaids? To the game. What would be the thing? Are you asking your skull?
But what would I like to see added to the game?
Yeah. What kind of thing?
I was thinking about that actually. Maybe like, and this is obviously just wishful thinking, but I really love the creatures in the game, like the Kraken and the Megalodon, and I thought it would be cool if maybe there was other creatures that could maybe spawn on islands, like when you're on an island, like maybe a gigantic, grotesque, terrifying crab monster or lobster or something like that. But I'm a big fan of monsters, so I guess if I had my way, I would say more monster encounters, or maybe like something along those lines. Or rings on your fingers. That also would be cool. I would like the jewelry as well.
Rings on your fingers that you could punch monsters with. There you go.
It serves also as brass knuckles and decoration. Multifunctional.
Yeah. So yeah, no, we. By the way, that was I love the dancing behind him while he was talking. Then John, that was amazing. That was not distracting at all.
What is it? There's a ship ahead of us, a sloop. At Wanderer's Refuge.
Oh, that's where we're heading, Wanderer's Refuge. So we can we can say hello.
Shall we say hi?
I think we should.
Indeed.
Well, I know how to do the old parley, eh?
Sea turtles, mate.
Ah, sea turtle. Parlaying. That's the other thing. By far, my favourite part of this game is the interactions with the open mics and being able to talk to other players. My mind was blown when I knew that was a thing. You could just speak and they'd hear you. That blew my mind when I first understood that. And then ever since, my favourite thing when I stream is to parlay. I just love addressing other ships. You know, it's a really good time.
What, is this a Reaper?
We're just sailing up on it.
Yeah, they have got a thing. I can't tell whether it's a Reaper or not.
No, it's not a Reaper. Not Reaper. It's not on the map.
But it's a something. It's got an emissary flag at the back, but I don't know what one it is.
It's a something. It's definitely a.
It's a something. It's a ship of some kind.
My God,
Perhaps
he's
they're
right.
on the island, eh?
My God, he's right.
Oh, he's going to speak and jump it out. Yes. Yes.
I wonder if they have microphones, eh?
If not, you can use the non-verbal chat on the speak and jump it, and it shouts everything.
All right, lads, can you hear us, mate? This is Captain Jack Sparrow. How's it going, mate? Can you hear us? Do you have a mic, eh? We'll find out, eh?
I love that. Captain Jack Sparrow asking if you've got a mic. It's great.
Microphone.
It's a break in filming, but he won't break
Have
character.
you got a megaphone, perhaps? A voice amplification device, I mean.
They've scuttled.
Down to Jones she goes.
Oh, we just came to say hello.
We just came to say hello.
Everything is okay. Ah. It's a bit sad, isn't it? You played music though perfectly. That was good. Just.
I feel like they need a sad song, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, perfectly.
How do I make my voice like this? This is my voice, mate. Sorry, that was my chat acting.
What's that floating in the
Did you say there was another ship around?
Yeah, there's another ship over at the. Oh, they've got quite a few things here.
Yes, strong. My voice is powerful.
It's a grade 2 Order of Souls flag, and then there's 4 skulls, which we can collect. Yeah, so not quite yet. You don't need to talk. John's saying, can we put my game audio up? Yeah, I'll do that in a second. For folks who are wondering how the codes work, basically in the next 5 minutes, I will ask you to again say something in the chat, and that should register you for the bot to give you a chance of winning the code. We'll be giving away 3 codes in each chat. And I can't see a thing.
I'm just having a little wander around to be sure no one has snuck on board. By the way, it's slightly odd that they just left all that.
It
loot.
was odd, wasn't it? I don't trust it.
Like with no fight, and we didn't fire, and
we even hailed them politely. You know, we were very kind.
Exactly.
What's the deal? Well, I don't see anyone aboard. I'm looking.
Yeah, I've had a look as well, I think.
Not as well, Rod. Better safe than sorry.
El Tanner's, or El Tanner 5 has got a good shout here. Let's do some pirate puns. I want to hear some pirate puns from the chat. That would be nice to see. Where did the skulls go?
We're right there on the port side.
Oh, yeah. They're weirdly not glimmering when...
Practice makes perfect. Eh?
Indeed. Oh.
Oh, wow, there's one.
Sorry. I can't see the skulls anymore. Are they glimmering for you?
They're glimmering, want me to grab them?
Okay, yeah, please.
Oh, I didn't get any ammo. That was a fail, wasn't it? Ammo over here. Help me.
Help me help you.
Where's that ammo on this island?
We're leaving you.
Hmm?
We're leaving you.
That's nice.
Too long. Did not listen. There's a ship straight ahead of us. We should go say hello to.
Okay, you do that, and I'll magically find this on here. Hmm.
Let me check the crow's nest. I'll see if there's anyone out there, eh?
Audio up. Audio up.
Got a catchy song you've got there, John.
Audio up. What do you
Yeah.
want? Audio up.
I can't tell if it's a skelly ship or if it's a player ship, but there's one down in front. I think it's a skelly. Oh, it's a skelly. Never mind.
There is a skelly ship. I think there's a player ship at the dock at the island. If you can, it looks like it has an emissary flag up from what I could see.
How's it going, Ardrahama? Hey, mate.
Or has it gone? Is it gone?
Just here. Huh. Oh no, it's a drunken chest. You're getting left behind. I'm not
Dude.
carrying that all the way. I'll be sick.
My name is Jeff9119 says, do these people ever answer chat's questions? People.
What was he asking apart from that?
No. Well, he's used his one question up.
He used his question, mate. I mean, he answered it fair and square.
Exactly. It's like one of those things where it's like you've got one wish or one question. Don't waste it. By the way, how far away are you? You're miles away. What is this about?
I told you we're going miles away.
But I just dug up a drunken chest. I'll leave it on the beach.
Oh, I forgot we were actually doing a X marks the
Yeah.
spot there. Ah, I see. That's what you were doing. I think you were
And
just.
it was a first time dig right in the centre of the island as well. And you've just left me.
Yeah, there's still a ship there.
He's just chilling at dock, eh? Perhaps they'll want to have a parley.
Hey guys, I love DarthCaul because I love him. I follow him on Twitch. Here you go. Love used twice in a sentence there. They do love you, DarthCaul.
I appreciate that. That's very kind. I used to start out just doing mole. I used to be mole. Sometimes I still am, mates, but right now, Captain Jack is the way to go. Ardrahama wants to know if we can have donuts in the barrels, please. What say you to that?
Oh,
Can we get donuts in there, perchance?
I draw Homer in the chat. He was on last week.
Alright.
Donut fanatic. There's another gold hoarder emissary.
So,
Can't really see the colours here with this
yeah,
one.
yeah, that's a gold order.
Strong unit would be, yes. Powerful. Can you imagine getting hailed by Yoda in this game? Lower your sails, you will. Yes. Board you, I must. Take your gold, I shall. Lance, this is Captain Jack Sparrow, mate. How's it going? Can you hear us? Do you have a sound amplification device to converse with us? For some stating of terms and some parlaying and all that? Huh? He's got some stuff on his ship.
Yeah, he does have.
Well, that
I don't
stuff
see it.
is actually now ours.
No,
Yeah, officially it is. Yeah,
it's not.
it is.
It's
It's
not.
officially ours. That's what happens when you leave your ship unattended.
It's finders keepers, mate.
No, because his ship is glowing like me. So
It's what?
It's glowing like me. Look. It's
That
like me.
basically makes you entitled to the glowing loot, basically.
Well,
You're
I mean,
related to it.
he
Mean
could
Swift friend.
he can have it back, but we just need it on our ship for
You're gonna borrow it, huh?
for the thing. Yeah, Skull of the Damned. That's lovely. I'll have that.
I don't see him. Where is he?
Where are they? Hello.
What's this?
Hello.
That's storage crate. Don't want that. Storage crate. Storage crate. Storage. Oh, what's this? Cannonball crate of the damned. We'll take the cannonball crate. I'll have that. Thank you.
Maybe we'll do a little shopping, grocery shopping. A few cannonballs wouldn't hurt.
Come on.
Oh, I've removed the push. I need to put push in.
Hello. Oh, hello.
There's someone there.
They're just chatting to Duke. Yeah. They're in here chatting to Duke. Duke's looking at me puzzled. What are you doing, mate?
Can I hear someone paddling?
There might be. There's one person in here. So.
Are they being friendly?
They're just chatting to Duke and ignoring me. So not friendly, but not unfriendly. Just shy. Now they're scratching their bottom.
I'm just gonna move their ship. I won't crash it. I'm just gonna move it.
Just gently moving, huh?
Yeah.
Start rearranging of the space.
Hello.
There he is. Hey mate, how's it going? I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. How you doing, Savvy? He's a crab lord.
I know, I'm trying to communicate via the medium of dance with him, but it doesn't seem to be.
Through the squid dance, because it's the only thing that will work.
Don't have the squid dance. I've only got the crab dab. I can't. I am betrothed to the crab lord.
Whose cat's this? Is it mine? Yes, affectionately named Gold Curse Wildcat.
Well, this is a good question from Alex V. I think. Has anyone from Rare killed the Shrouded Ghost? Do we know if there's anyone on the dev team has? They must have done, right?
Not sure.
I think Steve Frost must have, or has. I don't know.
You would think so, the amount of time.
And Glenn? I don't know.
Glenn hasn't. I
Hasn't
don't think, anyway. I'm sure he'll correct me tomorrow or on Teams right now if I'm wrong.
Yeah, but yeah, so I'm not sure, but that is a good question.
Oh.
I wonder if it's got any good food, eh? Anything yummy?
I was wondering who's saying ignore me, and then it's the Sea of Thieves account. Apparently, the Shiny Ghost doesn't exist. Right.
Oh, I like what you've done there.
What have you done with their boat?
Parked it over here, and Captain has put on a banana to cook, which is vital.
Well, the banana's not going to cook itself, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Bananas need cooking.
What is this?
Yes.
Still
Where-
just there
The banana you will.
chatting to Duke.
We get Lone Cove, and what's the other one? Snake
Well, let's-
Island.
Let's carry on. Let's head on.
Oh, mate, hailing people is the best. And especially if you hail them as different people, you know what I mean? You give them different looks. I like to let my chat, dictate who I'll hail them as, like Darth Maul, Yoda, Captain Jack Sparrow, all the good ones. Darth Maul's hails are really short, though. They're not very long. They're more like
Like what?
It's usually like, if we're doing Maul, it's more like, This is Maul. You will die. That's pretty much the entire hail, and then we kill them. Because Maul's a Sith, so you have to get aggressive and just sink people. But Captain Jack Sparrow's parlays are by far the most friendly. And you'd be amazed how many times people don't want to come and have parlay in the captain's cabin. Because I will invite people. I will cordially invite them. I say, listen, mate, come on into the captain's cabin. We'll have a little parlay, state some terms. And usually it's a good experience, and we give them hookups if they, come in. But they always run and fire,
They're just scared.
I think people are just shy on the seas.
Shy.
Right.
Sea shy.
Parrot the pirate. Sometimes I hail them as a parrot too.
Is it parrot?
When it gets really late
Spat
at night, I
everywhere.
start to lose my mind. I become Parrot the pirate. I got an outfit for him.
You've got an
And
outfit. I'd like to see that outfit.
Coming aboard. Things like that.
You mean an outfit in real life, or an outfit?
No, in the game. I've
You
got
left me behind again.
cosplays for my characters in the game.
Oh yeah, you were too slow. I'm away.
Left us both behind. as
Yeah.
well.
Listen, the ship was leaving the dock at exactly 18:20, and you were not there to get aboard. I've got a,
Punctuality is important.
yeah, I've got a schedule to keep.
It's very understandable.
Amen. Jerry the Gnome says, God, I hope he gets an outfit in real life for a parrot pirate.
That's my first mate, Mr. Gibbs. Jerry. How you doing, Mr. Gibbs, you filthy pirate?
A giant parrot costume would be amazing.
Coming aboard. Dropping anchor. I talked on the guy's ship on the ladder a couple of days ago and was just talking to him as a parrot for like 15 minutes. He couldn't find me. It was amazing. He kept going like, where is he? Where is this guy? I was on the ladder.
On the ladder.
I was way low on the ladder on the left-hand side.
Oh, right, on the side of the ship. I thought you meant on the way up to the crow's nest. I was like, how did he
Oh,
not
no,
see
no.
you?
On the side of the ship, mate.
So everyone, you've got 5 minutes left to be active in the chat for the kind of bot to recognise you're active in the chat. So please do say something in the chat. Ideally, something nice.
Pleasant, preferably.
Wholesome.
Preferably pleasant.
Preferably pleasant. And yeah, you're in for winning one of the 3 Obsidian 6-pack codes that are going to be given away in exactly 6 minutes. My beautiful assistant Jordan will be in contact with you via DMs, so make sure your DMs are open, please. Oh, and the chat has gone wild. Hello, things. Whoop whoop, fingers crossed. Pog. Love and respect. To name a few. Oh wow. Okay. Where are we headed again? Lone Cove?
Yes, that is one of the islands.
Yeah.
That and Snake Island. Yeah.
Is Hidden Spring Keep the one to the right there that's got the skull cloud above it?
Yes, probably.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
No, I don't think it is actually.
Uh,
Because it's right. It's directly to the right, Hidden Spring Keep, isn't it? No. So, no, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Let's do Lone Cove first, and then
consider the fort.
consider it.
I like it.
Nice.
Does my crash? Does my chat die? Does it?
Also, I just want to say Banjo-Kazooie is one of my favourite games ever, mate. I love Banjo-Kazooie.
Do you have the banjo ship?
I don't, but I've seen it. I've someone who did have it, and they equipped the whole thing with like the puzzle key capstan. That's sweet.
Mhm.
So I wish we could claim any responsibility for anything to do with Banjo, but sadly not.
No, I was like 10.
And that came out. By the way, just so you both know, this banana, I took it off the ship so that it didn't burn because I didn't want.
Oh no!
Well, see,
Yeah.
now it's at least cooked, so it's going to taste good, right? Nice and sugary.
Exactly, yeah. But I didn't think that was very nice.
It was a lesson for them to be more attentive of their ship.
Ah,
Hmm.
What's coming after Ashen Winds? Says someone. Well, wait till you get Ashen Winds. But
patience, eh?
patience is a virtue.
Yeah. And I saw some questions earlier about people asking if we're going to share a development roadmap, and I can categorically say no. So, because it changes all the time, and I don't want to put pressure on the team by having this big, long thing in front of us that, sets loads of expectations. I think we want to be monthly releases, give you something new and exciting and fun every month. But yeah, having a real public roadmap, I just don't think it's a good place for the team, and it means we have to communicate all the time if stuff changes, and it just does, right? Things move around, things change, we discover things, we work things out and find better things. So I'd rather just commit to the monthly stuff.
Or during development of something, you kind of you find that there's ways that we want to enhance it, and it wants to spend a bit more time in development, kind of thing, and you go, oh, we want to add this and this to it, and it's going to be a bit longer. So
totally right. And it's just something that sounds great as a post-it sometimes isn't great as a feature, right? And you either change it or just change what you want to do. So yeah, so no. And also we've got loads of secret stuff that we're working on, so no. I don't want to spoil.
what's your favorite guy? What's your cake?
Oh no!
I got him stuck on a wall. I'm dead. I got caught on a wall. Unbelievable. What's your favorite part of working on the game, you guys? What do you get the most enjoyment out of?
No. I was trying to revive you there and died myself. Oh. You mean like feature in the game, or do you mean the best part of working?
Thing of working on it. Yeah,
I kind of like both. Like the feature that you enjoyed most, but also what you enjoy most just about it.
Can I say two things about working at the thing?
Oh, you can say as many as you like.
So, like, there is, in general, the social aspect of it is what is awesome for me. Like, you've got one side of it being the dev team, and it is like working with a big family because there's so many amazing people who, like, are great friends as well as people I work with. But there's also the community side of it, who are also people who I've got great friendships with, as well as people who are in the just community members, and just having both of those sides, and the kind of social aspect of it for me is amazing. Like, I love people and interacting with people. So that's been absolutely amazing. And feature wise, still to this day, is the harpoon. I love the harpoon, and I love what it does for the game, and I love how it feels. I love physicsy things.
It's integral. The harpoon is integral to the game.
Okay. Give me a second. I'll just dig this up and then we're with you. So I think similar to John, I think the people at the studio and at Rare and stuff, it like makes everything special, right? I think the culture of our studio, the people that work there, is incredible. and I think witnessing the talents and the creativity and just what people kind of manage to deliver and do, and how unique it is, especially the more I've got further as the EP, the more I've got a bit further away from the day-to-day development, I get surprised and delighted by people as much as possible. You know, I get high-level descriptions, I get a roadmap, I get that kind of level, but then I don't actually get as much involved as I used to in terms of the build reviewing and playing stuff prior to release. And so it's I love to see how this evolves and just, you know, how we can do stuff that drives interesting behavior between players and stuff. I think it's fascinating. And like John said, that extends to the community, extends to the feedback, it extends to kind of just the people playing the game and sharing on the journey with us. It's incredible. So and I think just generally the freedom that we have to make this game and to kind of do kind of what we want with it, right? We've been given a real free hand as part of Xbox in terms of doing something new. We got a lot of support early on when it was just an idea, and then since then the support we've had to kind of grow it and after launch and build on it, and you know, to see where we are now with those just the success that we're having and have had and stuff. So yeah, it's amazing. Like, it's a privilege to do what we do. Can't just overstate that. I think of how lucky we feel to work at a great studio like this and to be working on something like this.
It's also an incredibly entertaining sandbox to explore in, you know, and farting.
Yeah. And that's the thing, honestly. When I play it, like whenever we play on the weekly stream like this, and some of the sessions we have, but just the people we encounter, the players, and what they're doing, and just whenever you see another ship, like it's like, oh, I wonder what they're doing, and it's just, I just love that moment every single time, just seeing another player, like, and just not knowing what they're going to do. Are they going to be aggressive? Are they not? Are they just messing around? You know, like.
Yeah, it's the unpredictable nature of everything that adds, like the people add that wild card that you just can't predict, and it's what makes the story. Like you can try and put as much kind of emergence in the world, like from all the encounters and the procedural nature of some of this stuff as you want, but you cannot predict what the people are going to do, and that's what is the true wild card there. Yeah.
And I just love when people approach it with that in mind as well, right? In terms of just just going into the game like yourself as Jack Sparrow, or if people just want to go out there and help new players, or they just want to go out and create fun experiences for other people. Like, I think it's fascinating to see how people engage and kind of do things like this. It's great. I love that sandbox. I love the creativity, and I love.
Thank you for that, Harpoon.
Yeah.
No, are we heading off by though? Because we've got the thing off here, right?
Yes, yes. Where we got the last one, Snake Island.
By a shark. My God.
Snake Island. Yeah. So
Clutch.
It was incredibly clutch.
What direction are we heading in?
South, mostly. Sort of. Yeah, basically south and a bit of east. East, southeast. Is that right? No, the other way. Southeast. South.
Chris says, how does the bot send codes? The bot doesn't send the codes, it just chooses the people in the chat who are going to be given the codes, and our lovely Jordan will be sending you codes via the DM, so make sure your DMs are open. I keep chatting here because this is where on this monitor, because this is where my chat is actually there. I'm reading it from the left, but I know I should be talking to you in the camera there, sorry. So if you're... I keep moving my camera as well, which doesn't help. So we have got, just keep on chatting folks, because you're in the next 15-minute window for the codes. So we're giving away more codes in the next 10 minutes. So is it just anyone in the chat? It's just anyone in the chat. You're all equal. So I did, as expected, Glenn got in touch with me to tell me that the Shrouded Ghost, he doesn't in fact have the Shrouded Ghost there, so no Shrouded Ghost for Glenn, but he does say he loves DarthCaul, so big shout out to DarthCaul. He's been watching you.
Not pretty, though.
It's one of our team members on the services team.
Yeah, who joined after kind of being a member of the community, right? Kind of came through that way. Which you've had a few people now that have joined Sea of Thieves, which again is amazing, right? That they've played the game and they've managed to see a job application and apply, and it's to have them as part of the team and to bring that knowledge and awareness of the game and that stuff is so cool. But, again,
Oh, there was one more thing I used to think about when you said what would I like to see added to the game. This was one more idea. Is like if there was like small potions where you could stay underwater for a little extended period of time, that would be cool as well. I had that thought a few months back, but just wanted to toss that out there.
totally the kind of thing that could make sense in the Sea of Thieves world for sure.
Right.
For sure. Like I think, like we always say, I think things fit into two camps, right? Which is things that could potentially work and potentially come in as part of a service, and things that just don't fit. And I think that definitely fits in the, that would be cool. I could see how that work. It'd be interesting to see how we'd introduce it and give reasons to use it and stuff. But yeah, and there's a sloop ahead of us, by the way.
I see it, huh?
Yeah. I wonder if that's a sloop that isn't sunk because we didn't set fire to it. That's the sloop.
Possible.
Well,
I imagine he could have put it out there, I'm sure he could have.
they better learn to pay it forward then, because they
Yeah.
should be giving us some gold for our
Well, they won't
trouble.
know, will they? They won't know. But so someone in the chat says it whiz past too fast again. But yeah. Oh, sorry, Haley. Where is it?
Oh, it's going so fast.
Yeah. Haley 311 said it's called eating underwater. Is the potion, which is right, because it's entirely believable that eating a banana would help you breathe longer underwater. I wouldn't advise trying it, but in real life. What is that
Oh, mate.
music?
Yeah, what is that music? This is. I was
Are
wondering
we
if
close
you-
to a fort?
Oh, we are. The fort's on the right hand side.
Right, yeah. That was just really eerie. It was like, what's going on?
We want to go do it?
Could do.
Or we should maybe finish this. We've got Snake Island as our last
Yeah.
of the map.
Yeah, let's do Snake Island, and then we can always venture to the fort. So yeah. So yeah, if we keep heading south.
Just going around these rocks. It's my birthday, and this would mean this would make it the best birthday I've had. Says Huge Noggin. Well, happy birthday, Huge Noggin.
Happy birthday, indeed.
Oh, happy birthday, mate.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not like mispronouncing your name, and you're like Hughie Noggin or something. And I've just ruined your birthday.
Yeah.
But
Hughie Noggin. Yeah, that's it. Love it.
Noggin. Happy birthday from everyone in the chat to you as well. There you go. Look at that. What? Oh. The corner of the arena tavern, the Sea Dogs Tavern, just poked around the corner there, like the shadow of it, and it looked like a massive ship. I was
Yeah,
like,
it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Howl's Moving Castle.
It's a great movie. I love
It's
that
an
film.
amazing movie.
Oh.
I can relate to Howl. We're going. I feel like we need to go a bit more right. Oh, there's barrows on the left. Barrows. Barrows.
To the harpoon.
Oh.
Ah.
Shame, eh?
only we had the slide implemented from Warzone, I would have got there quicker. And that's what I do now. Every time I run up and down the ship, I just want to slide.
Crouch and
At least
slide.
you're burning some calories, right? Staying fit, getting some jogging in on the deck.
Oh, it's
That's
got to
true.
fit into those tight white trousers somehow.
Exactly, mate.
Yeah, lockdown hasn't been kind. I'll be honest.
It's got that lockdown look.
Yeah.
That nice soggy lockdown look, eh, lads? But you know what's great about this game too is even with that, like, it's still quite an adventure and it feels very free and open when you play this game, you know?
Totally.
It's a great escape sandbox.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of worlds that you can get lost in for sure. I think that's one of the kind of major things for me as well, was just how much it just kind of, you get absorbed in it and you don't realise that time is passing. The amount of times I've sat there and you realise that you've been playing for 6 hours. And
Yeah.
what is it that Simon calls that? Flow.
What's that, sorry?
Flow.
What?
Simon
was this?
Simon Proger always calls it the kind of passing of time. I know it's not Simon's thing, but he always goes on about flow and how you don't realise when you're having a good time or when you're doing something you love, how fast time flies.
Yeah, well, it's interesting actually, because one of the kind of conundrums you have with Sid is like, I know people are like, oh, can you give us a short session thing to do in adventure? But adventure's kind of designed to be this just amazing distraction simulator where you just keep getting distracted by things and pulled off here, like, you know, pulled over here, pulled over left, right, and just kind of to new different things, and you'll find something that will send you on another adventure, and then you'll encounter some other players, and it's one of those things that really just eats up time. So actually figuring out how do you get a shorter session thing in, something that people could, if they have half an hour, 20 minutes aside, they can jump in and do something. There's not that many options for it. So I know that's something that would love to figure out. It just we've got some ideas, I guess, but it's just funny, right? How it.
Oh, the player interaction's my favourite portion of the game by a wide margin, for sure.
Yeah, I think there's like, when we do the live events and stuff, and even when we're adding in new features, it does really, I think one of the questions you always see the design team asking is like, how does this affect the social aspect of that and pulling people together, and what is the social dynamic we're trying to create here with these features or events. Okay, what we got? Oh, it's actually 1:45. So if you have been active in the chat for the last 15 minutes, that was the last set of codes that we're going to be giving away there. I don't have any names for the codes in order to tell you who exactly won, but maybe Jordan will reach out to me and let me know, and I can read them out. But GG everyone who has been in the chat, and thank you everyone for kind of sticking around there. Especially people that stick on past when the codes are all gone.
They sell like hotcakes, eh? The codes, they're popular.
Snake Island, dead ahead.
You know, whichever one of the three that we go to, it'll be on one of the other ones. So, just so you know, whatever one of the 3 bits. If we go to the West Island, it'll be on the East Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, there's 3 of us, so we could split ourselves up.
That is true. Oh, okay, we've got a nice gun salute here. 2 cannons straight at our face. So. How dare you? How dare you?
Very dare you.
Which one is
Should I
it?
raise sails, mate?
Sorry?
Should I raise sails, eh?
Yes, please. Aye, aye.
Oh,
You want to
mate.
go to the East Island, by the way. I'm by the east one. I'm at the east, so I can head there. But you're right, by the way. I went to the middle. You went to the west, and it was on the east. So yeah, we were pretty quiet. Perfect.
There we go.
Look at that. Like a glove.
Lone Turtle Memorial. Wonder what happened to this lone turtle that it was memorialized.
Someone used it to ride on to escape an island.
When I was a kid, hold on.
Very long time ago.
A very long time ago. Before the Commodore 64 came out. If you want a reference point. We had a tortoise, so we had two tortoises, and tortoise, yeah, and as pets, and we went on holiday, and my mum's friend was supposed to be looking after them, and then she lost one. And it's like, how do you lose a tortoise? Like,
yeah, that is surely very hard to do, considering they don't move very fast.
Yeah, but
They're basically a cannonball.
yeah. And we came back and we only had one tortoise. Yeah.
Do they not like live forever, basically?
Oh, they can live to like 200. Some of the Galapagos ones,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Woo!
Yeah, and just so we know, just so we're imagining the right scale, we didn't have Galapagos.
Those would be incredible. Pets, right?
In the garden.
You
'Cause
ride them around on the front lawn.
I'd have been very upset if we didn't, that we'd lost them. But no, they were just normal size.
I don't know what a normal sized tortoise is. Is
Like
it like a terrapin?
About your hand-ish, maybe a bit bigger than your hand. But yeah, about that.
Graysky says Joe doesn't look like he can be older than the Commodore 64.
And that is the correct comment. But sadly I am. In fact, when did the Commodore 64 come out? What was the release date?
1935. Okay, we can cash in now. We're at grade 5.
Very good.
Smuggler's Bay, intruders beware. A horde awaits for those that dare. Oh, I'm not gonna wait at Smuggler's Bay.
So, question from Haley again, 311. Could you please shed some light on the gold recommendations not being registered lately? I'd just like to know if I should let it go, or if there's any hope for me in the rest. So, we are looking at this. We had a big kind of outage over the weekend, which I know has been super frustrating. It didn't affect everybody, but if you were on one of the affected servers, it did. Like, we're just doing that dance in front of me. I'm trying to be serious. Yeah, so I know that was super frustrating. I know it is, but yeah, it was just messages were being built up in our service. It was like we didn't detect it straight away, and once we did, it was kind of unrecoverable. So the customer service team and everybody's looking at the moment. They're just figuring out a kind of plan and compensation plan for people on that. So we'll be communicating that in the next day or two. So yeah, like I know it's super frustrating when that happens. So we are on it and we'll be compensating. But so yeah, look out for communication on our normal channels in the next day or two.
George O'Keefe on there saying congrats on the 15 million players, guys.
This is pretty amazing, eh? Congratulations indeed.
15 million. Did we share the like month thing? Did that go out?
The monthly active users?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Yeah. So it was over 3.3 million in June played Sea of Thieves, which again is just that's just a huge amount of people to be playing in that in a single month, and is our highest, most active month since we launched. With over 1 million of those being Steam, but then everyone else on Win 10 on Xbox. So it's really cool. We've got a really kind of balanced community across those platforms, and like you were talking about earlier, people from all over. It's amazing to see the different countries we have. And people from just all around the world, from those, the idea that this was 6 years ago, and a set of PowerPoint slides and some post-its, and to be where we are today is literally mind blowing. So.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting hearing your stuff, Captain, like talking about you coming on board in February and not really knowing that this even existed. It's like sometimes when you're in the community or when you're in the dev team and you just kind of assume that everybody knows but maybe hasn't chosen to play.
I have no idea.
Yeah. And then when we come to Steam and it gets introduced to new regions and new people and they come on board and get to enjoy it for the first time. And they've, like yourself, jumped on board when we were kind of two and a bit years into delivering content. So there's just so much stuff there when the people first start joining. We are speeding up.
Should we not have raised the sails?
I'm hardly.
And what was... I forgot what I was going to say now.
It was a very pleasant surprise, finding the game. It's an incredibly fun game. Like, I picked it because it was a pirate game, not because I knew, oh, this is the Thieves and this is what the game's like. I really went in completely blind, had no idea, and I love it.
Nice.
Play it all the time now, you know?
Especially for folks like yourself who are, it's all about creating stories, and that's players creating stories was one of the first bullet points of the...
Oh, it's the name of the deck, players creating stories together. The name. But yeah, no. What's been really cool actually and rewarding for us and the team is, you know, having spent all this time updating and growing it, and then coming to Steam and seeing like, you know, broadly really positive reviews, right? You know, 87% positive, and just a lot of love from a lot of people like yourself who maybe, you know, haven't really known about it, haven't been in touch, and now it's come to their platform. They've jumped in and had a really good time. So it's yeah, it's nice.
Aye.
Aye. Do that every time here, go to the wrong place for the other souls. Did I just accidentally vote on that book to start a tall tale? Whoops! I need to get to Athena 10 so that I can buy the pet costumes. This is a must.
That is probably the #1 priority, I would imagine. Though my #1 priority are mega cakes, for sure.
Yes, agreed.
What if we added mega kegs that had a secondary fireworks display to them?
That would be amazing. In fact, I've got another idea. What if we made a different mega keg that had like 10 times the amount of a mega cake inside of it, and it had fireworks?
I'm in.
Scale it
I
up.
just want more explosions, is my point.
Honestly, I think both John and I are addicted to explosions the same as you, to be
Yeah,
honest.
to love.
Well, great minds do think alike, eh?
But yeah, any game where you can have huge explosions or rocket launchers or anything like that is what I will be tooled up with.
I did like a 13-hour stream, no kidding, as Jack Sparrow, and we were collecting mega kegs the entire time. And at the very end of the stream, we lined an island with kegs leading up like a trail, kind of like Hansel and Gretel with like the candy trail, but with explosives, and then it led up to a gigantic, enormous explosion at the top, and then I exploded myself to end the stream. Fantastic. Yeah.
Perfect.
Was this when the new shanties were in? Because that would have been an amazing use of...
I used the shanty. I used what was it? What's the shanty called? Let me find it. I used 1812, I believe.
1812, yeah.
So I started playing that as I commanded my crew to open fire, and then it was a chain reaction like dominoes.
Nice.
I'll find it on my Twitter, perhaps. It's pretty funny.
This is probably a last opportunity to shout out to folks while we're cashing in here to go over and give some love to DarthCaul. So that's twitch.tv/DarthCaul. That's like Darth Maul, but with a C.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Boom, boom.
So what are you having for dinner tonight, John?
I'm going out for dinner tonight.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm going to for some steak at Miller and Carter.
Mm.
As it was the only place that wasn't fully booked. We were going to go for sushi, but my dad has let us know that he does not like sushi.
What?
I know.
Heresy, eh?
I know. It is terrible.
Impossible.
Have you only just found this out?
Well, yeah, and it's not in the tiny like mining village in Anbank in Scotland. There aren't many opportunities for sushi, like so.
I can imagine that. Huh?
Yeah.
Though there's loads of good seafood out there. Right.
Well, his words were, "I'll eat a fish from the river, but I'm not eating sushi."
Oh, actually, I did have a question. So I love the skeleton pets. Is there any chance that they will be back in the Pirate Emporium by any chance? Perhaps, maybe.
Always a chance, isn't there? For suitably things to appear at
Possibility.
Yeah. Certain
I
times of the year.
understand. Fish and chips would be good too. I could go for some fish and chips.
Oh, I had some fish and chips up in Scotland the other day. Battered haddock. It was good. Get
It's
lip
hard to
wrapped
go
around
wrong with
that.
fish and chips, isn't it?
It really is hard to go wrong.
Like, how do you mess that up?
Yeah, so what I think you were pretty close, so we'd start to do the roundup. But yeah, obviously, thank you very much to everybody in the chat, and especially those who stuck around after the codes. We know you're dedicated, so thank you very much for sticking around. Huge thanks to DarthCaul for joining us on the stream there, all the way from Hollywood. The glittering
Thank
lights.
you so much. It was an absolute pleasure, Joe, John. I really appreciate you guys taking me on. The pleasure truly was all mine. This has been an absolute blast from start to finish for me. I've been having a great time, mate.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come and join us. And everyone, get over there and give us some love. Remember, twitch.tv/DarthCaul. And thank you to Joe for joining us on the stream again this week.
All right.
Thank you both. That was awesome. Like a lot of fun. Good to be back playing.
Yeah, and it's
Super
always
fun.
good chatting to everyone in the chat. Thank you for taking your time to write stuff in there. And sorry if we didn't get around to answering some of your questions, but please join us again next week. We'll be back on 5 till 7 p.m. Same place, same time. I hope to see you there. Thank you very much and goodbye.
Take care.